Texicurians are here today. I'm with Valerie Sar Shalom, and she is actually from Venezuela, and she is of the Jewish faith, and she is going to prepare a dish that is very prevalent during Hanukkah. So Valerie, would you tell everybody what the name of the dish is and just a little bit of background on it?
Yes, so today we're gonna make potato latkes. This is a dish prepared with potatoes and some onions, and you fry it during Hanukkah with fried foods because we want to remember the oil that we used to turn on the menorah that was in the temple back a long time ago lasted for 8 days instead of 1. So we try to eat as many as fried foods as we can.
I have learned something today. I did not know that. That's awesome.
I'm using 1 potato and half of an onion. Okay. You can double this recipe as much as you want. You can double, triple it, and do as many potato latkes as you want. So 1 regular roasted potatoes.
There you go. And then a half of a large onion. All right.
Now we're gonna grate the potatoes. I'm using a food processor, but you can use a regular grater. Perfect. So after you grate the potatoes and the onions together, you can even either use a food processor or a grater. After that, I will put the potatoes and the onions to soak. You can use a paper towel or a regular towel. You will grab the potatoes, dump it in the paper towel, and just let it absorb all the moisture for like 5-10 minutes. You see the paper towel, it's still wet. So you want to do that 2-3 times until you don't see a lot of water coming out. It's important to take out the water. If you don't do that, then your latkes will be soggy when you fry them. So this is fine. Okay, so I want to say a little bit about the story of Hanukkah. Hanukkah is a Jewish holiday that we celebrate normally during the month of December. And what we commemorate is the destruction of the Second Temple. A long time ago, the Romans destroyed the temple where the Jews went to pray. And what happened was that when they destroyed everything, the only thing that the Jews could find after the destruction was a little jar with some oil that would have lasted for 1 day to light on the menorah. But the miracle of Hanukkah is that it lasted for 8 days, and that's why we light the menorah for 8 days. Each night you add one candle, and this is how a Hanukkah or menorah looks like. Every night we add 1 candle until we get all the 8 candles in the menorah, and that's what we're commemorating. So after you have your grated potatoes and your onions in your bowl, so you take 1 egg, 1 beaten egg, and you add it to your mixture. Make sure to mix everything. Maybe you will need 2 eggs, depending on how moist your mixture looks like. Then I will add 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. If you want to do this recipe gluten-free, you can even use oat flour, almond flour. You can do any substitution that you want. And I'm gonna do a 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So this is the baking powder and the flour. And just go ahead and mix everything up. Okay, now I have the salt, the eggs, the baking powder, and the flour mixing the potatoes and the onions. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add some salt and pepper. You can do this to taste. And mix very well again. And now we're ready to cook them. Okay, so now we're ready to cook. I'm heating some oil. It can be regular vegetable oil or any oil you prefer. And to make sure that it's hot, you just pour a little bit of the mixture. And if it's sizzling, then it's hot and you can start doing your latkes. So to start cooking, I'm just gonna grab a spoonful of the mixture and I'm put it on the frying pan and pat it down and make a round ball, like a round circle, and just wait for it to cook. You just flip it halfway through, you will see that it's cooking around. You can just flip it and finish cooking. So make sure that you don't overcrowd the pan, just do 2 or 3 at a time, depending on the size of your pan. If you put too many of them at the same time, then they won't cook evenly. The cooking temperature is medium-high. Make sure that the oil is not too hot so they don't burn and they can cook all the way through. Okay, so now that you see it's getting golden on the sides, it's ready to flip. So I'm gonna go ahead with a spatula and flip it. And just let it cook all the way. Now that they're ready, you can take them out of the pan and put them on a paper towel so they can absorb the oil. And after 2-3 minutes, they are ready to eat. The potato latkes, you can eat them by themselves. It's a whole meal by itself. Normally we serve it with applesauce and sour cream. And you can also use them as a side dish for chicken, meat, or anything that you want to add it on. Perfect, so after you're done, we got 9 latkes, as you can see. Maybe you will get 10, 8, it just depends on the size of the potatoes, but it yields approximately 9. And then we serve it with some applesauce and some sour cream. You can do it with one, the other, both, or none of them, whatever you can decide whatever you like it. And then I want to let you know a little bit about Hanukkah and what we do on a night of Hanukkah. So every night, as I said, we light one of the candles, and every night you keep adding a candle. So we use the candle in the middle, or the one that is taller, to light the other candles. So this is called the helper candle. And you say 3 different blessings. The first night you say three blessings, the rest of the nights you just say 2. And that's what you do. It's a very welcoming holiday. You invite friends, you invite family. For the kids, it's a very special and fun holiday. And this that you see here, it's called a sebibon, or a dreidel, and you use it. You use it to play with the kids. Each letter has a meaning. So it says the miracle happened there, and there means Israel. And the kids play. They just roll the sebibon, and depending on the letter they get a prize. So depending on the letter, sometimes you take a prize, sometimes you get a prize, depending on what letter you get.
Okay, Valerie, I think it's time to try it.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
I'm excited.
Smelling it, and okay, so I can just take one, put a little bit of sour cream on it, and then I'll put a little bit of applesauce, and here we go. Oh,
You like it?
yeah. Yes, I've never had the sour cream. I've had like potato pancakes, which are similar to this, but not with sour cream and with the applesauce. That's
So it
excellent.
gives like a sweet and salty and sour.
Yes, totally. This is so good. Thank you. So Valerie, tell me a little bit about the Jewish community that you have found here in Austin, Texas.
So yeah, we moved here a year ago, and we have found a great Jewish community. My daughters go to the Jewish preschool, and normally during Hanukkah, what we do, we invite friends to our house. We have the kids, we have presents for them. Normally you can do one present. Some families do one present each night. We do like 1 or 2 presents for the whole holiday. And we eat the latkes with some donuts, and that's our family tradition.
And you had shared with me that your children really like the donuts.
Oh yeah, my children love the donuts, and we fill them with Nutella, so of course it's their favorite.
Who couldn't turn down Nutella?
Yeah,
Yes, makes it great. So Valerie, thank you so much for sharing your family's traditions with us and your family's wonderful recipe for latke. And oh my gosh, I have enjoyed that so much. We have a tradition here at Texicurians that once we cook together, then you're a Texicurian, and this is for you.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
I love
thank
it.
you.
Thank you.